After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War. Now, in the year 1973, the world still lies in the heart of this frigid period. The West and East engage in proxy wars to assert dominance, while spies and agents engage in shadowy dealings. And, with the threat of nuclear war, the world always feels close to doomsday. It's as if the whole world is holding their breath, waiting for someone to make the first wrong move.
Now.
Hello, welcome back to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
You almost said Aerospace.
I said JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with every one of my mouths. Good trouble, we are back.
Yeah, it is so good to be back, too. We had our first proper hiatus, I think, but we're back in the flesh. We're feeling good. We remember what was happening. I'm excited. I think we're all excited.
It was so painful.
Didn't we have another hiatus earlier?
We did, but we had a backup episode to cover it, so it wasn't a hiatus for the viewers. So, like, people were still talking about it and shit.
We'll call it a season break.
Yeah, this was the first call.
This is when the intro changes.
Yeah, our anime OP.
Yeah.
So I do have to make a sad announcement that the music is going back to the old Dune soundtrack because I flew too close to the fucking sun.
You flew way too close. I still feel so fucking embarrassed that we had to upload the episode on goddamn Discord in a Google Drive. Never again am I going there.
So I've limited myself to only 2 plays on Bleach Fade to Black.
No! If you play it a single time, I'm walking out the door.
If you come inside, things will not be the same.
That's what they said to the copyright.
Darnell.
But anyway, Darnell, what happened last time in this crazy fucking world of ours?
Last time, what's his face? Edward, I think? The Eddie Munster looking guy. He let out all the prisoners. Hold on, someone echoing?
What?
I thought I heard
no
an
one's
echo.
speaking but you.
Okay,
I don't
sorry.
hear anything.
Ignore me. Anyway, he let out all the prisoners, so we had to fight our way through them. I believe it was Dune and Jack, Dune and Jack, aka Bats and Driver, worked together with Maximum Ride to work their way up the prison to floor 5, where we were supposed to find Kolinth. However, we learned it was a trick. It was just a stand, which was like a humanoid form. And then we had to fight Maximum Ride. Regent and Vulture fought him, while Bats and Driver went down below to find the real Kolinth. And they ended up fighting the Watches again, which we found out was a swarm of like rock insects, which they defeated by flooding. They're called what?
Dingalings.
Dingalings. And they defeated them by sort of flooding the tower, and we escaped by boat with Kolinth by our side. However, we saw in the post-credits that Maximum Ride is still out there. And who knows what other prisoners survived.
Wait, do we have Kolinth, like, with us?
And
like his...
You agreed to meet back up with Kolinth.
No, we can't exactly bring the giant snake.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
He's in the ocean. He can swim a couple hundred feet underneath. But
So
I think
you
we
spoke
are
to him
meeting
before he left, and you agreed to meet at Isla de Volcano.
Isla de Volcano.
But we don't have his astral projected stand form, correct?
We do
No.
not know.
No,
Okay.
those still have a finite range.
Gotcha.
So as we jump back in, we have a little bit of I won't say a time skip, but we have a little bit of a zoom here. So we're assuming that you are now on your way to Isla de Volcano to meet up with Kolinth, whereas previously you were sort of like drowning.
Well, hold on. The whole point of meeting up with Kolinth was getting intel, right? So did Neil send us with any specific equipment for the Isle?
Neil is with you to help conduct these negotiations with the Leviathan.
That was going to be my very next question, yeah.
Speedwagon Foundation sort of yacht on its way to the Italian island.
Gotta say, Neil, this
Italian.
Sorry, I was expecting a thought after that.
No, I'm just surprised it was Italian, because, like, that's within the sea instead of, like, the ocean. It's more contained.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a sunny day. It's a beautiful place in the Italian Sea, and it's just sort of zooming on. And maybe just a little bit of a ride to the island, so you have a little bit of R&R time in whatever you want to do.
You know, Neil, this is a heck of a lot fancier than we normally get to travel. I just think it's funny how there's room in the budget for this yacht when you're along, but when we go, it's always a dinky little speedboat with old Sergeant O. Maybe we could,
It's because we're undercover operatives.
So the guy, he's wearing a little hat to like shade his eyes, and he sort of adjusts. He goes, "Well, you're undercover operatives."
Yeah.
Okay, well,
This isn't exactly subtle, you understand.
you know, that's fair, but why do you need a yacht still? Why don't we just go on a normal boat? Save a lot of money.
Well, we're meeting up with someone wanting to get information. We want to show we're a faction to be contended with. We want to show our resources.
You have an
Like,
answer for
the
everything, don't you, Neil? That's why they pay you the big bucks.
That's my job here, isn't it?
Fucking rich prick.
Oh, excuse me?
Nothing. You keep at it, Captain. Pat him on the shoulder, and I'll go down with the others.
Hey,
Bats,
but before
Bats
you...
is going to come over up to the deck with a drink in his hand and a nice straw hat with his shirt open. He's going to be like, "So, what's the deal? Are we rich people too for this? Is there some sort of commercial traffic coming into this island that we have to masquerade as rich pricks?"
Well, it's an uninhabited island. There was a volcano there quite a while ago that it was forcibly erupted close to the beginning of World War II, and since then it has been uninhabited. So
Forcibly erupted?
it's a long story. Don't worry about it.
So, no Coast Guard presence? What, this place is off the maps?
Well, it's not off the maps, but we're not likely to be bothered. Presumably why your serpentine friend chose it as the meeting point.
Oh, fingers crossed,
Nice
right?
hat, by the way.
Did
Thank
you know about his identity when you sent us to retrieve him?
I did not know. Well, all I knew was that he was a former member of the Better Angels, and that he now provided for intelligence. Maximum rides didn't allow much information to get out of that prison, but I suppose that's
Well,
not
now it
anymore.
seems like he's allowed everything out of that prison.
Yeah, and a lot of water in, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Vasilii whistles
Chelsea, when you get
innocently.
a chance, can I talk to you in private about that?
Who did he ask to speak to?
You.
Before that, just because Bats mentioned it, I need to say Chelsea is dressed the exact same way as normal, except she has sunglasses and like a lei. You know, like the little flower necklace. That's it.
Like a black suit.
Yeah, black suit otherwise, but sunglasses and a lei.
Aren't you overheated wearing them?
I like to keep things professional, Neil. She says passive aggressively, but yeah, sure. What do you need to talk about?
You sound out of breath.
I'm wearing I'm wearing a Hawaiian shirt and like some khaki shorts.
What kind of drip has Vasilii got going on?
I feel like you all took my ideas if I could say them.
Because we're all of them.
He's in the Steve
So I'm
Bonnet gear. Like, this is what the nobility wears.
It's like scuba gear.
I'm gonna say that, you know,
I'm ready for anything.
he's going informal, but just by Vasilii's stance, you know. He doesn't have a jacket on or a stat or anything like that. No medals. He
He's
just
going
got like
shirtless.
he's got a regular white shirt and he's got some suspenders alongside his boat shoes.
What, like the Mario fit?
Woohoo!
And he's not wearing overalls. Hey, Mario wears 2 layers. He's wearing
Suspenders
1
are
layer.
slightly different than overalls. They're thinner.
Okay.
They're like bandy instead of like big straps.
They're just straps.
Yeah.
But he's still wearing a belt alongside the overall. So, I mean the suspenders.
You guys reminded me. I came up with a stupid, hilarious bit character, but I'll have to save that for later because it has nothing to do with this. But
I'm
yeah,
glad that's on the air now.
Neil, you said you needed to. I'll like go aside with him and be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up?"
Well, I just wanted to talk to you in private for a second because we got some results back after you're aware we sent some divers down to look into the into what happened on the Pitch Black, if you call it, with the collapse and everything. So yes, we were looking into that, and it seems basically there is no sort of mechanical reason why it should have collapsed so suddenly. As far as the divers could tell, it was a series of seemingly coincidental failures that then spontaneously just led to it collapsing. I believe you mentioned in your report that you were having some issues with your stand at the time.
I think I know what you're implying, but I would like to remind you, Neil, that you were the one, when I came in 5-6 years ago, who trained me, and you knew coming in what it did. We talked about this. It was always a risk on missions.
Well, all I'm saying is that if this is an issue, we need to know. If it's getting worse.
I thought for a while, with our training, it had been getting better, but something happened when we were at Pitch Black. There was this strange, tall lady, and I think she messed with bats too, but she got into my head, and when she did, she brought back some uncomfortable memories that I think might have triggered its reemergence. It feels like it's stronger now, like my head is pounding sometimes. But it seems to not be as bad when I'm exhausted, which is why I'm wearing a hot and heavy suit out here. Because when I'm tired, it seems like it's tired.
I see. I was saying if you could keep an eye on it at least and report it back. I'm sure you understand it is something we need to be kept abreast of, especially if incidents like the Pitch Black become more common.
Imagine if Chelsea got fired mid-campaign because of it.
Neil, look at me, Neil.
I'm looking at you. We're having a conversation.
You're
right
still
here.
taking care of my son, right?
Absolutely.
Then I'm still capable of working. It's not
Okay.
going to be an issue. I'm a professional.
Okay.
I trained with the best. I worked with people here. I've done my duty. Have I ever disappointed you in the 5-6 years since I've come on board? I can handle it.
No.
Exactly. Look, I appreciate it. I will keep you updated if it gets worse. But I need you to trust me, and I need you to keep this on the down low, because I don't want to freak out the others, okay? It's the first group I've worked with at Good Trouble that hasn't, expired yet.
Well, absolutely. I just wanted to make sure we discussed it.
Right, of course. Although, I will say, if it was such a concern, you probably shouldn't have brought the fancy yacht.
Well, at least.
Don't want anything to happen to it, do you?
I've not been on vacation in 2 fucking years, Chelsea.
I give him a, hey, come here, bring it in. I give him a hug. I say,
Okay.
you're doing great, buddy.
Thank you so much. My therapist says that.
Stigma.
Wish my healthcare covered a
That's the
therapist.
unexpected if you remember.
Wish my healthcare covered a therapist, but that's cool, Neil.
Just to address Stigma's thing, I think the idea was that although you did flood the basement, you did not flood the
Yeah,
entire
the whole thing just
prison.
started sinking into the sea.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay,
Flooding,
so it wasn't the one cause thing.
Yeah. Flooding the basement would not have destroyed the entire building. on its
You
own.
flicked over a domino, and it's implied that the bad luck guided that domino, so it knocked over all the other dominoes coincidentally.
Okay, because I thought, wait, is Chelsea covering for Vasilii?
You pronounced it wrong again!
How is this possible? I have to wonder.
You know how to pronounce it!
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Dune's right. Eleanor's other victim was Vasilii, not Bats. I thought it was Bats for some reason. It was Vasilii's past. All right.
Okay, well, yeah. Please feel free to go. Maybe get a drink because you seem like, quite frankly, that you're about to combust. But
I take
and if you,
his drink out of his hand, I go, great idea, and I'm gonna walk off back towards the others.
I don't know what's going on with you.
What?
You're being that was my drink.
Neil, somehow you can afford a well-stocked bar on this ship. Can't you just get another? I'm hot
I'm
here.
saying, it's
Do you see me? I'm panting. I'm doing this for you guys, remember?
It was in my hand. That was
Neil,
there's
a good boss always shares.
There's no guards at the bar. You could have just gone to them. I'm just saying. It's just
It's got back.
Neil, you're being weird about
That's
this. You're making
strange.
this weird, and it's making me really uncomfortable, and I might have to talk to
You
HR.
just took
if you
the
keep
drink
bringing
out of
it
my
up.
hand. What do you mean?
You're making me uncomfortable. You're raising your voice at
my
me.
drink.
I don't feel. I'm gonna have to talk to HR if you don't let me leave the situation.
I'm not
This feels like a
stopping you.
bit from Archer.
I'm not stopping you. You can leave anytime.
All right, I'm gonna leave now. Will you stop making me uncomfortable, please? Thanks. She's gonna take a sip and walk off.
What the fuck?
Kelsey's just turning into fucking Cheryl from Archer.
Little
I
bit.
just imagine like a fucking scene from Succession.
Give me the best doctor on the
Thank
phone
you
in
for
5 fucking minutes.
Thank you for the chicken deal.
Did you see that tweet? That was like if Kendall was in
understood
Succession.
that reference.
If Kendall was in New York, he'd be like, give me the best air guys in 5 fucking minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, what were you saying, Dune?
You're not my supervisor.
Dune, were you saying something?
No, I didn't say anything.
Oh.
Oh.
It was, I think it was Stigma who started
Oh.
speaking up.
What were you saying, Stigma?
What I think I was just giving like one line commentary about like what was going on.
Nice.
Oh, Vasilii, can I talk to you as well, if possible?
We're all getting we're getting our performance reviews on the boat.
Oh, certainly, sir.
So about that bonus.
Wanna have a seat, Vasilii? It's a hot day, right?
Not as hot as it could be.
Okay, I just wanted to touch base with you, basically. Before we go for the home run, you gotta get the team together, right?
Yes. On this day, we all must be sluggers.
What?
Exactly. You've been, Bats has been rubbing off on you, huh? Because he's got the baseball for you. A funny guy. So yeah, basically, I don't want to name names, but one of your teammates from the prison scenario let me know a little bit of gossip that been floating around that maybe your conduct on the mission resulted in maybe the alarm going off when that was very much not supposed to happen, and I kind of noticed that wasn't mentioned in the report, so I'm just wondering what's going on here.
It is my opinion that I attempted to scout and
Okay.
ascertain the status of the prisoners in a low-risk gambit, and had it been done 100 times, the actual outcome would have resulted in only 1 out of 100 times.
But in this case, this scenario resulted in the hunt. So it did happen, is what I'm getting here, from what my source told me.
That is correct. However, in 100 out of 100 of these scenarios, we were not the only intruders in the prison.
Okay, but
I believe that
okay.
regardless, do we know it was a rock human or a rock insect? Like in character?
Yeah, it was like a wizard.
I think Driver did. He explained that.
Okay, I'll just assume we know.
Driver's read the data book, you know.
We had a talk.
Driver's read the manga.
Regardless, all the prisoners would have been attacked by the rock humans. I mean, the rock humans.
The rock insects.
The rock insects.
Oh, hello, Driver.
Hi, sorry, I'm just passing by to remind people of the canon terminology. Don't mind me. And I'm like holding 2 drinks.
It's like a coconut with a fucking
one of
straw in
those,
it and an umbrella.
Hey, who's the second one for it? One of those free? Because I kind of lost my drink. It was taken from me.
Get over it, Neil. I say,
thank you,
walking back
thank
up the
you.
stairs.
You also
Oh,
holding
thanks,
2 drinks.
driver, and Vasilii doesn't ask, he just takes the other
Oh.
drink.
Oh, okay. Never mind. that's fine. But
Are
yes.
you thirsty, sir? You look like you could use a drink, and now he's gonna offer the drink he took himself to Neil.
You know what, Vasilii? You did the best you could. Give me that fucking drink.
Aye, sir.
You passed the performance review, whatever.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
I was
you-
looking for a refill. Thanks, Neil. And I pick it up and I leave.
So,
Boss?
Vasilii, we do have concerns then about your conduct on the mission.
No!
Yes, sir.
So I'm just maybe recommend maybe touch base in the future with your teammates before doing such independent maneuvers. Just a little pointer there.
Why has he become such a coward? I love it.
He's alone on a boat with the four of you.
He's outnumbered.
And I guess something is different about Vasilii this time. Neil might notice. Usually he's very, very compliant. Very willing to go along. But this time he detects a bit of hesitancy, maybe even a bit of assertion of himself. Sir, I understand your concern, but the point of us operating with very few resources on a short time frame is that we're trusted to make our own decisions. Aren't we?
Well, yes, I suppose. Well, that's what you've been trained for, so I suppose yes.
And though
How did you lose this argument, Neil?
there's an old saying where I come
He's hearing
from.
him out. He's hearing him out.
There's an old saying where I come from, Neil.
Okay. What's the
100
saying?
battles does not mean 100 victories.
I think
Okay.
anyone thought it did.
If you catch my drift.
Well, I understand the meaning of it. Yes.
What's the meaning of it?
Well, it's self-explanatory. Get out of here! It's a private.
I just
meeting.
want to make sure you have like the reader context. Why don't you explain it to me? Because I don't understand what that means.
What is a private Chelsea?
Of course, 100
Well,
battles
what's
isn't
going on
100
with you?
victories. Who would? Sorry, I was just thirsty. I thought you might have another drink, but you
Yeah, I bet
don't.
you're fucking first. You drink some fucking.
What was that?
Well, okay, this is going to try and deflate the tension. Well, the point is, no matter how
Chelsea speedrun to getting fired.
no matter how competent or brilliant someone is, they can't be right every single time. I think in America you have a similar analogy, except something about building 50 bridges and fucking one goat.
Sorry.
What?
I put an
What are you
arm
talking-
around Vasilii and I say, "Listen, Neil. He might have messed up, but he's saved our asses countless times, and he's one of your best. So why don't you just let it go, big guy? Huh?"
I want to whisper in Chelsea's ear. You might want to remember he is our boss.
Whatever. He can't do what we do.
It's the under effect of an enemy stand. What's going on with Chelsea?
Chelsea is very hot right now and maybe a little drunk. She's been drinking a lot, actually, since the mission, if it's
Yeah,
relevant.
you stolen everything he's tried to fucking drink.
She's been very deep in the alcohol for a while now, since the
Uh-huh.
flashbacks.
I like pinch the bridge of my nose. I'm like, okay, boss, what kind of drink do you want?
I just want a Coca-Cola,
Okay, I'll be right back.
Keep it away from her. Bats, how have you been? We haven't got a chance to touch base. You enjoying your freedom?
What is this? Some kind of interview system?
We're just the five of us are alone on a boat, so conversations will naturally occur.
Vasily, let's get out of here and let them talk.
Well, this isn't natural, man. I mean, you're just asking me, how I'm doing fine, man. I'm a little
Doing
shaken
fine.
up.
Joins Chelsea.
Fine,
Chelsea.
man. You notice he's writing this on a notepad.
I'm pulling Vasily away so they can talk in private. I love how he approached Bats the most casually, and Bats immediately was like, "What is this? Some
What
kind
the
of
fuck are you doing,
performance
man?"
review? We're not friends like that, Neil. Fuck
We're not
off."
there yet.
You kept me in a prison cell for 3 years of my life.
Whoa! I let you out with the prison cell. What's the big idea?
All right, look, Neil. I'm not a big fan of this whole going on an island thing, all right? Like, I don't know how to swim. I've been too close to water these past few missions. Like, it's fucking with me.
Oh, well, I understand. We're not going to be swimming around. We're not going to the beach. Please don't misunderstand.
Well, isn't he like some sort of like sea serpent? Like, aren't we gonna have to like meet him in underwater? So I don't know how this works.
Well, you mentioned he has that sort of humanoid aspect. We're going to be meeting with that, presumably.
At this point I walk back up and it's like it won't be a problem.
Okay.
He can meet us on land, and I give Neil the Coca-Cola.
Thank you so much.
All right, but doesn't it freak you out that like you're surrounded by water like all the time?
Not really, but I kind of get how it would be for you if you don't know how to swim. I can help you learn if you want. It's not that big of a hassle. You can learn in like 3 days?
Well, why would I want to learn how to swim? What the fuck is the point of that?
Well,
Well,
you mentioned
first
that
of
a lot of
all-
your missions have been taking place near the water, so I imagine it would come in handy.
Yeah, that and very good cardio.
Well, how about it? I'll put some. You can consider an official mission. That's let this guy teach you how to swim.
And I'm getting paid for this?
You're getting paid for being here right now, apparently.
Yeah, but am I getting like a bonus or like a stat? Like, you know, I got to go in the water. I got to get wet.
I look at Neil and
Oh,
like, if you're considering it training, then it could be part of a training fee.
Sure, a training fee. Just fucking do it.
All right. Okay. But, you know, I'm
I raise
asking
it.
for maybe a 30% increase on what I usually get, my current rate, plus extra, and any
Please
help.
allow me
You
to
are
understand.
demanding a lot right now, Pat.
Hold on a moment. The usual mission is generally a life or death sort of situation, so I'm giving you something easier to do, and you want 30% plus extra bonuses.
Look, man, I'll run into a warehouse, guns all blazing at you, okay? But I am not going in any goddamn water.
Do you have
is-
some sort of history with water?
Are you scared of water?
I'm not scared of it. I just don't like it. I don't like the feeling of getting wet, and then I got to get out, and then I dry off.
You do
and then,
bathe,
like,
right?
How often do you
What?
take a shower?
You do bathe, right?
Of course, I take a shower. That's different.
I know
It's a shower,
some people
not
have
bathe.
like water skin allergies, but I don't think this is.
Sorry, I
that.
didn't realize it was. I didn't realize it was a health issue. I'd apologize.
It's not a health issue. Jesus. I'm not some sort of leper.
And you hear, as you're discussing this, you hear the intercom click and the captain's voice come over. We're almost here, friends. Get ready to get a disembark on it, and we'll see.
I look at Neil and I say, that cannot be how our captain talks.
Hey, show some fucking respect. That's Captain Sweden Jones.
Oh my god, no way! Fuck you! That is not Sweden Jones. Fuck you. Sorry.
He's worked for the Speedwagon Foundation for decades. He's good at what he does.
This means he canonically can't die because he has to be alive for the fucking SCP. Wait, when was that SCP? Hold on, what year?
I don't fucking know.
You brought him in from the podcast. He was your made-up big
It's a funny
character.
name.
Oh, I thought it was the same guy. Because he did not talk like that.
Well, anyway, get ready. You guys are acting as my bodyguards, if you'll recall. So if I don't die, I guess you get a fucking bonus.
Why don't you guard your own body? Aren't you your own man?
Chelsea, put the bottle down.
I bet you didn't have a performance review with Driver, did you?
Well, it's because Driver doesn't do shit that needs a fucking performance review.
I
I raise a fucking glass when he says that.
What are you talking about? His role's like the most important.
You're drunk right now. You're intoxicated. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's because you're boring, Neil. You bore me.
I think
Chelsea,
Vasily-
you are going to get fired. I need
Vasily
to remind
brings
you.
out his can and he tries a novel technique. Try and revert some of the alcohol in Actually, no.
Don't
actually,
take away her buzz. She needs this.
What?
I
Does that even
don't
work?
think you can. I do not think you can de-evolve her alcohol.
He will. Doesn't matter if it works. He will attempt to do so.
I don't consent to that. Can I roll it? Normally, I like
Not
stuff
all-
like this, but can I
not
like
all of
dodge that in some way?
Not all of it, just in small measure. He will try and see what happens.
I think you're just turning the alcohol into grape juice in her blood.
And Chelsea
Truly, that's
needs
better.
to be under the influence right now, so she's gonna try and avoid that if he comes at her.
But as there's a small sort of makeshift dot on the island as it parks up, you do see sort of this picturesque island, sort of white sands, palm trees. There's a fucking, as the name indicates, there's a mountainous volcano, and also, well, it looks like a lot of very rocky, sort of glassy surface to one side of it, as if that's where it erupted long ago.
You mentioned a mountainous volcano, but I don't think I've ever seen a volcano that's not like in a mountain. Now that you mention it, like, are there like just like volcanoes on the ground?
Yeah, they're everywhere.
What? Really?
Right, yeah.
Well, there are underwater volcanoes.
That's true, but even then, they're like mountains underwater, aren't they?
You could be living on a volcano right now.
What?
Well, what is
No.
a mountain?
You're a volcano.
Well, a mountain is usually a big body, usually made up of rock that is protruding into the upper atmosphere.
You know what I mean? Like, it's always like
maybe
a
not
little...
that high, not the upper
It's like
atmosphere.
rock that slopes up, and then there's Volcano, man. Can you have
Yeah, I
like
get what you mean. I think it's usually mountainous because, like,
this
I don't
time to
know.
build up the pressure to explode. I think all the air gets trapped in there, right?
So you're telling me Chelsea's a mountain?
What?
Can I hit him?
I meant Volcano.
I want to hit him. Can I hit him? Oh, Tan's muted.
Chelsea is a mountain.
Chelsea's gonna swing her bottle at Vasilii.
Hey,
I'm not a mountain. Don't say that about a lady. What the fuck?
Hey, that wasn't me. That was a disembodied voice, not what's good here.
Asshole! I'm not a mountain.
There's an old ship. There's lots of ghosts.
Goose again?
I'm not a mountain,
There's
but I
another
am an
ship.
island.
Chelsea.
And then she looks
Chelsea.
longingly over the
You're
ocean.
hearing things. You're hearing things. You drank enough.
Are we being attacked by an enemy stand right now?
Whatever, Neil. Let's just move.
So we received a communique through Morse code from what we believe to be co-alarm. So we'll be meeting close to the within a clearing in the jungle. So please make sure I don't get emailed like a fucking crocodile or something on the way. Right, let's go. It's a little bit of a hike. We can build our team. It's going to be fantastic. As you can tell, I'm very excited.
Yeah, you seem like it. Come on, man. Isn't this your vacation? You said so.
It was meant to be.
You know what you need? You need one of those... fuck, what are they called? Those, like, inflatable tube things with, like, a little animal on it. You know what I'm talking about?
He's, like, miserable with it around him.
Yeah, like a giraffe one.
Are you talking about a straw, Chelsea?
What are you on about?
I believe she means an inner tube.
An inner tube, yes, but, like, you know, with the little animal head protruding out of it, like a giraffe head or something.
I just want to say I'm really enjoying this part of the roleplay.
Right, okay, well, as the group makes its way through the jungle towards this clearing, he's sort of got... Neil got sort of a big map he's rolled out and looking at. Is there anything you'd like to do or discuss on the way there, or...?
What is this, a fucking theme park? Are there any attractions along the way?
Oh, yeah, can we
There's
go on the
an
Ferris
island.
wheel? I want to go with bats.
There's no Ferris wheel, what are you talking about?
No.
Yeah.
He asked if there were any attractions.
Well, there aren't. It's an uninhabited island.
Maybe they
My
should build some
point
theme
is, I'm
parks.
saying that I don't think we should waste time taking any scenic routes. I think we should get to the meeting point and get out of here.
I think that maybe, you know, we brought the fucking yacht, so if we're so big about showing off, maybe we should invite Mr. Covalanth onto our fancy boat for a couple of drinks.
Does he drink?
I think we should give this to Coalanth because I understand the appeal of wanting to be mysterious.
You know what? That's a good point.
Oh, I thought you meant give him the yacht. I was going to ask how the fuck we're going to get
No,
home.
I meant like you brought the yacht to impress. We might as well invite him on it, but I think that driver...
I
is a
don't
good
feel
friend.
like the Sea Serpent has much of a need for boats.
I have
Yeah, I
a
don't like
question.
how they-
When a
was given-
Leviathan stand, eats, or drinks something, can the Leviathan taste or feel it?
Yes, that was already confirmed.
So he might want some drinks. He might want to get buzzed with us, and his human stand for him.
Neil, I do have a question.
Absolutely, please.
Why couldn't we just have this Colanth come to the headquarters? I mean, we are mobile on aquatic terrain, correct?
To be fair, we probably should have asked that to Coalanth because Coalanth is the one that organized, or I shouldn't even say organized this meeting. He just gave us a place to go
Yeah,
to.
because we told him to come with us, and he was like, no, meet here instead.
From my point of view, this looks like a trap.
I mean, if he really wanted to kill us, he could have eaten me and Vasilii, so...
Also, why would he want to trap us when we freed him, idiot? And also, he could have sunk the boat because he's a big lizard.
I'm just saying
It's-
it would have been safer to have it on ground that we control.
Listen, you can
I
control...
understand.
Are you nervous because you are incapable of swimming?
No!
If
I mean,
you
we're only like...
portray an aura of confidence, you own all the ground that you stand on.
That's very
Yeah.
British of you.
I'm not British.
You're not British?
Just because I thought we should build a theme park on this exotic island does not mean I'm a colonist, although, this wouldn't be a bad place to set up shop. I'm just saying. Lovely views.
As this conversation sort of trails off in such a fashion, you pass through a last sort of layer of trees and come to a big clearing where you can see there's a sandy sort of clearing with some rocks scattered about. And sitting on one of the rocks a short distance away, you can see the old man stand form of Koalan, who seems a bit more reinvigorated since the last time you saw him, less crusty, essentially. And he sort of lifts a hand. Hello! It took you quite a while to get here.
Yeah, we were on a boat.
I forget how slow you people swim.
Well, we went as fast as we could, man. Give us a break. I bet you couldn't move too fast on land, could you?
In my defense, I could probably move across the sea pretty quickly.
Alright, okay, cool guy.
While this is happening, Bats is going to let off 2 balls from the clash and use them as remote surveillance of the surrounding area to see if he can scan anything.
I really like that you use your stand like fucking drone footage.
Yeah.
So, Colin, my friend, are you gonna tell our big boss here, Neil, about your old group, the Better Angels? Because they're kind of fucking gunning for our throats here, and we did help you out of a bind. So I feel like it would only be the neighborly thing to do if you were to disclose some confidential information to us.
I mean, otherwise, why would we come here?
Well, I understand that. Oh, wait, no, I'm Neil. Well, I understand that. And a deal's a deal, I suppose.
Before we get into that, I want to ask.
Absolutely.
It's great that you're out and about free in the sea nowadays, but I imagine that's not too pleasant for you these days, is it?
Well, no, it isn't. The oceans aren't what they once were. And so my stand is having bandwidth issues.
With what they once learned. How bad.
That was part of the reason I joined with the Better Angels in the first place. They professed to change the nature of humanity, and I thought that would be to my benefit.
The nature of humanity?
That was the mission statement. I thought it to be far more metaphorical than it apparently was.
We're attempting to guide humanity's evolution.
Wait, are you telling me you joined a group like the Better Angels based on their fucking, motto? You didn't even, see what they did first?
Well, I was familiar with what they did. I noticed their activities, and that's why I approached them. Once they saw what I was capable of, they wanted to, they reciprocated my interests. Okay. Only the plans went deeper than I had originally anticipated.
Okay, I see. My apologies.
I thought it would... No problem.
To be fair, I don't really blame Colon for this, because he spends his entire life in the ocean that we're currently fucking up.
Exactly. It's ruined. It's even worse since I was locked up, to be honest. It's awful. I want to go home, but I can't find a way home.
That blasted industrial revolution, and I, clench my fists.
That's when everything started to go wrong.
Based on what you've told us, it sounds like the Better Angels weren't always so violent. What were they like when you joined?
Well, I don't know where I would say they were less violent. I just did not know the goal the advance was aimed towards. They've always been quiet manipulators, mostly, behind the scenes. Dozens of things around the world, seemingly unrelated events, will have them behind it, building up to a greater scheme to get a asset then put into place in a government or a organization brought down they disapproved of.
The Patriots.
So Good Trouble's one of those organizations?
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
I said, so now Good Trouble's one of those organizations?
Well, they want to dismantle us.
Right.
They already gave us the threat with either dissolve the organization or we're going to report you to the government.
So how do we deal with them? What's their weakness? Where are they based?
It's unusual they would let you know in advance.
I guess we must pose some type of threat.
If they really considered us to be that big of a threat, it really would have been better to go straight to the government instead of giving us the warning.
Maybe they needed evidence first, to be fair. If you just, like, walk up to the government and we're like, hey, there's weirdos with magic powers fucking shit up, they'd laugh you out of the room.
Or it's also possible that we have something of value to the better angels. I mean, from where I come from, assimilating one family into another, it's pretty commonplace, actually. Suppose Good Trouble has a high concentration of stand users, which it does. These better angels all seem to be some type of stand users. Why outright kill them if you could turn them against them?
Well, they're not all stand users. Apparently, each of the 7 members, well, 6 now that we know of, all have a different type of supernatural ability. One of them's a vampire, one is a spin user, one a hormone user, one of them is a stand user.
Well, I did notice that, but we don't have any overarching term for these powers, do we?
That's true.
The 7 Great Wonders. Came up with that myself.
Still, to assume that there's only 7 guys pulling the shots, I don't think so.
Probably have a lot of underlings and proxies. Especially
the
if
main
they're
organization consisted of just us 7. We were the main sort of players, but they did have control over many others who may not officially know they were members of the Better Angels. They were part of subsidiary organizations or pawns.
So tell us this then, Colin. Where's their base? And tell us about who they all are, and then with that information we could probably blackmail them or deal with them ourselves.
No base. They were always on the move. A very loose organization. Individuals connected by the mantra and sent to operate in different locations. They never reported back anywhere specific.
Well, fuck.
So they gave So to turn it another way, they gave each of their members a degree of freedom, right?
Precisely. They would come together for a common cause, but they would operate in the field fairly independently.
So, what about communication? How do these guys talk to one another? I'm assuming they don't use phone lines, things like that.
I believe one of the members had some kind of ability. It allowed them to communicate and travel through shadows. They used that. It was quite range.
That was the hormone user guy, right?
I don't know about that. Darius Main, if you're talking about the man.
It was
with
the Eddie Munster guy, I think.
Right.
It's hard to tell. They keep these things very close to their chest, even among each other. I was sort of the lowest ranking member, so I did not.
What was your special power? That you're a big lizard?
Yeah, I guess. Well, yes, I guess. But
what exactly are you, by the way? Driver hasn't fully explained. I don't.
He sort of
to be honest, I don't really understand it myself.
I'm a mighty Leviathan, the terror of the seas. You may say. I am from another world.
Like not Earth? Like you're an alien?
No. What do you know of the secret continent, Lemuria, of legend?
Nothing, but if it's a continent, it's on the same world, isn't it?
It's the lost continent. A dimension adjacent to our own.
Does it have anything to do with like how that one guy we know can punch a hole to a lower dimension? So is Lemuria just
it's not really
that one guy that can drill into like the dark dimension, like below ours?
Oh yeah, that guy.
What guy? I don't know this guy.
I don't remember his name out of character.
Was he from?
He's like from part 1.
I thought
you were in character as I never met this guy.
There was like a guy who traveled through
standard.
I thought did we not have a guy in this campaign too that had a power like that?
We had Sergeant O who makes tunnels.
Oh, is that not the same thing?
Well, he just makes a tunnel that goes directly to the destination, but over the same sort of distance.
I don't think this continent's so lost if people know the name of it and are talking about it. Sounds like it's been found.
Okay,
hey,
surely
Regent,
we're Atlantis
Regent, weren't you doing some business on a lost continent the other month?
Yeah, you said
just Antarctica?
You said we only discovered the true continent decades ago.
Yes, the true continent of Antarctica, hidden behind a wall of mountains.
You discovered such a thing?
Sounds like Antarctica and Lemuria might be the same
And
thing.
he shivers. I don't wish to speak further of it.
I understand. I know
It's
the
bad
horrors
for
that we
one's
witnessed.
sanity.
What is in Antarctica? That's where the demon portal is.
Part 5, baby. Part 5.
Part 5 better be in fucking
I'm gonna
Antarctica.
meme it until it's the Antarctica.
Yes. Okay, so Lemuria, you're from a mystical, magical continent. You're an old and dying race. That's actually kind of sad. Do you get lonely?
Lonely? You don't understand what it is to be an immortal being.
No,
bit.
I don't.
So that's a yes?
Little bit.
Hey, I get lonely too sometimes. You can be
You
friends.
wouldn't happen to know any others, do you? I worked for one before, but I don't really know where he's where he is right now.
When I first arrived in the world, I was one of many. I suppose we don't retain the memories of Lemuria, but I suppose we must have come as a group. Over time, many have drifted apart or been slain. I have not seen another one of my kind for decades.
That's a
I got a
shame.
question for you. What about these Better Angels' personal loadouts? Why don't you tell us everything you know about each individual member?
So I'm familiar with 3 of them. The ones that I personally worked with became necessary for me to know about them. So, you mentioned a Hamon user, a man of the Ripple.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the guy that talks through shadows.
I don't know about that, but I know he uses the Hamon. Apparently, from what I understand, he was part of a clan of Hamon users that tried to use their abilities to imitate the ones they hunted.
What was his name?
In terms of Darius Main.
From a clan of Hamon users that use their Hamon to hunt what?
Well, they used their Hamon to imitate the ones they hunted, the vampires, to sort of copy their techniques. I believe the Space Ripper stingy eyes or the like. As well as a freezing technique, I believe. You can transfer heat to a certain part of your body to make one part of you ignite and the rest freeze.
And this wasn't the guy that introduced you to this group, no?
The one who introduced me was the leader, and him I don't know much about. He was a young man, black crown, brown hair. I only met him the couple of times. Genesis, he was called.
Yeah, we heard about him. And who was the third one?
Third one I knew was, I imagine you're familiar with the stand of this person. They were the user of the Blue Oyster Cult. A massive stand.
Oh, god damn it. Not the one that turns us into cardboard, is it?
I was surprised because I encountered them at the same time with Darius Med. I was very surprised to see that he was working with one of his clan's sworn adversaries.
What's his name? So he's a vampire?
She is a vampire, yes.
So we now know that it's not just one of them's a stand user and they all have different powers. They each have different powers, but also stands.
I the ones I know.
Okay.
The one I knew was like that, yes.
I think
Her name.
Oh, go ahead.
He sort of taps his temples. I don't believe I got her name. She was a very quiet woman.
That at least fills out our roster, at least somewhat. But what did you do exactly when you were a part of this group?
Well, my job was assassination, mostly. As the lowest ranking member, I got the bulk of the dirty work. And due to my nature, I am very adept at faking an accident at sea, let's say.
Ah.
So, the boat sinks, everyone lost. Waves happen, I suppose, is the reasoning.
Any significant assassinations you could help close the case on some old murder files for us?
I didn't keep much track of these, to be honest. I'll be honest, unless I know the person fairly well, human lives do not mean much to me.
Yeah.
Oh.
We just sort of die in the blink
You
of an
help me
eye.
out. You guys, I remember your names, so you're different.
Oh, yeah? What's mine?
Charlie.
That's absolutely right.
That's
What about mine?
Your name? Well, of course your name. It's Vasilii.
Thank you. I have but one question for you.
Well, absolutely.
It might be
Are
a
you in my
long
life?
shot, but you mentioned you were the lowest ranking member and you were assigned much to dirty work. So I imagine that out of all the better angels, you work the most with the actual operatives in your organization.
Most of my missions were solo. My nature makes that quite effective anyway. But I did have the occasion to interact with one of their assets, yes.
Did you ever meet a human by the name of Wen Ran? And he gives like a brief physical description.
I'd never met that man, but I do know of him. Apparently he was an enemy of the Better Angels, trying to hunt down their assets. So he was quite a thorn in their side, from what I recall.
Oh, but I hear he's joined them now.
Well, I don't know about that. That would have to be after I left.
Of course, of course. Well, thank you for what you've shared regardless, Colon. It means a lot.
If you are looking for leads, as I mentioned, I did on one occasion interact with one of their assets. Quite a wealthy man, an important man from what I understand, although I don't keep up with human civilization too much. A newspaper magnate, well, a media man in Spain named Manuel Escalante. He operates a media organization called Clarida. They're quite big in the news business, from what I understand. And
What's their
the
name?
Barons were working.
Are we
Sorry?
taking on Fox News?
What's their name?
His name is Manuel Escalante.
Or, sorry, I mean the organization he runs.
Claridad.
Claridad. So clarity in Spanish?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, we really are just going after Fox News.
Apparently, they were using him for his resources for some sort of research. I wasn't high enough to know much about it, but on a couple of
Oh, he muted all of a sudden. I was like, did he cut out?
I'm sorry, I got something stuck in my throat.
Continue, please.
A couple of occasions, I was dispatched to take care of some of his business rivals, rather. Apparently, that was part of the arrangements we had with him.
So if your Leviathan form swallows a fish underwater, does that get lodged in your human form's throat?
It does, actually. It's funny you should ask that. I get a sensation of it, at least.
So you could swallow like a whole shark
I could.
or like an octopus.
I could. It's not part of my standard diet, but I could, I suppose.
Or like a fish.
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm just thinking about the water.
Oh, I pat Bats on the back. It's okay, buddy.
There's a lot of freaky ass fish under there.
I think you're talking to a freaky ass fish.
Yeah, but you're human at least.
I'm not human.
Well, you look like one.
How dare you?
I think Vasilii tries to educate Bats on this matter, and he brings out his stand. Do I look like this?
I mean, do you want my honest opinion, Vasilii?
Oh my god.
You see some rumbling on
I
Vasilii's
thought he was going
face.
to turn himself into like a fish, to be honest, to like illustrate. He's like, no, I'm still your friend.
And okay, you see Vasilii's arms, one of them starting to elongate, like he's becoming an ape. He says, "Continue."
What the fuck is Vasilii doing?
Hey, he was
I think
illustrating
he's,
for a long.
I believe he's turning
not
himself
actually
into a
looking at the
monkey.
stand.
You already are a monkey, you doofus.
Whoa.
Hey,
Chill it with the racism.
What? That is not what I meant. God damn it.
Chelsea, we'll discuss this later.
Why do you guys always do this to me?
that was good.
Great, thanks
But,
for providing
this
my
is a
5 minutes
different
before
working
bedtime cringe material for the next 3 days. Asshole. Please continue.
But yes, at any rate, yes, at any rate, if you're looking for leads, I would say look into Claridas. They're still involved, from what I understand. Apparently, the thing they were looking for, I think they were trying to research, was something called the Final Countdown. What that is, I couldn't say, but that was the crux of what they were after.
Oh, did you say Final Countdown?
Yes, that's what I said with my mouth.
Tan, out of character, is this like a big newspaper? Like, would we recognize this name?
You probably would, yes.
Spanish. Oh, wait, what?
Well, he owns lots of, he's like a big media guy, so he owns lots of other like media things as well.
Oh, okay.
Here's a fun fact. The Final Countdown song came out in 1986, which means that the band Europe stole the name from this guy.
I feel like the phrase "Final Countdown" was probably around for a while.
Perhaps.
So it's one media group that owns a bunch of little companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But
Like
we
God,
have still heard of the
forget
large
Fox
media.
News. We're going after Comcast.
Have you ever heard of Waystar Royco? One of the big players.
News company in America. I hear they've done some great things under their new CEO.
Tom Wambsgans. Oh my god, actually in 1976, Roy would have been at his peak, huh? Or 1970?
That was the joke, Darnell.
But yes, that's all I can tell you, really.
Neil, do we have any leads into this news group? I mean, it's pretty hard to attack a media company.
Well,
Well, we could bomb their buildings.
We could put some
We
dirt in
could
the
indeed.
I don't know about that, but if I can speak with Kay, we may be able to arrange some sort of infiltration mission. It'll be a long-term matter, but we could probably put something together.
Speak with
Oh,
who?
one more thing, Colanth.
Oh, sorry, what was that, driver?
I said, speak with who?
I can speak with Kay.
Oh.
Our K?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, this is Neil talking, not Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah, your voice is kind of blended at some point.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
confused
I'm sorry,
as well.
I'm sorry. Let me make my voice a little bit more decrepit.
You know, I lean into Neil. I go, you know, when people start like mimicking your mannerisms, it means they like you. So I think Colin might have a crush on you, or maybe you have a crush on Colin.
We're at work right now. Can you stop?
Well, I'm just saying, you know, I
Chelsea,
think you guys
that's
would
our
be really
boss.
cute together.
Chelsea,
Wow.
that's our boss. I need to
I'm
remind
actually.
you.
I just want to. I'm going to talk to you more about this later, but I'm actually really uncomfortable right now.
Are we sending Chelsea to HR now?
You can't use my move against me. I invented that move, bitch.
Remember, you don't have women's suffrage yet.
No!
Yes, he does.
It's 1970 something. We have women's suffrage, I think.
All right, yeah.
I hate women suffering.
I've been able to vote the entire time I've been alive, asshole.
Well
We
done.
still don't have
wait.
equal rights.
Well, fuck you.
Colanth, I got a question.
Yeah, them.
Absolutely. What's your question?
Oh, did you swallow another shark between the last time we spoke?
Oh no, I had something stuck in my throat the whole rest of the time, so I finally got it out, and now I sound normal.
Oh,
Have you been
You sound a lot
choking
cooler.
underwater this entire time?
Leviathans spend most of their lives choking to death.
I hope that's not true.
Every
Continue.
Leviathan I've talked to agrees with me on this.
Starbuck
I-
must have been spoiled then. He didn't choke the whole time we knew him.
anyways,
Perfect life.
did you ever hear anything? Did you ever hear anything about a wound weapon work with the Soviets?
I myself, I don't think I was ever involved with that. But there are members of the Bear Angels I don't know about, so it's quite possible they were involved.
Hold on, real
Right,
quick.
but what would philosophically, what could the Better Angels hope to achieve through the mass destruction of basically anyone that they wanted?
Well, I think you just answered your own question.
Yeah, but I don't know what that does for the betterment of humanity.
They could eliminate any perceived obstacles to the betterment of humanity.
Right, but philosophically, can you help us out here? Like, what is their mission?
I never got deep enough to get the full scope of it, but it's like I said, a change in humanity to transform in some way to a state where things like this current state of affairs, this Cold War, are no longer are concerned.
Hold on.
So
A world
possibly
without
just
the Cold War?
Like I said, I am grasping at straws as much as you people are. I only know little bits and pieces from where, as far as I got.
Collins.
Yes.
You're a Leviathan who's lived like hundreds of years, you said?
Yeah, I have.
I would like to, if you guys don't mind, I think we've gotten about all we're going to get about Better Angels, but, I mean, you've been around a while, you've seen a lot of things. Can you, maybe you have some information about the nature of stands or wounds or any of their powers that might help us out?
It's funny you should mention. It's only these last 10, 15 years or so that I've heard about these wound things. Stands I've heard about for centuries, but wounds, that's a recent development. I don't know what's happened there.
Do you think it could be a part of misunderstanding, like people thought they had stands, but they were really wounds, or do you think it's a completely new phenomenon?
I suppose
wounds are very different in nature, right?
Yeah. Well, also trauma's been occurring for way longer than 15 years ago.
But from
maybe
what
the way
learned,
to manifest that trauma has only recently come up. Like, I don't think we've had stands for the whole of human history, right?
I've not been around that long, I can tell you.
But from what I understand, wounds are something that are induced. They're pretty crippling. It's not like you can control
you don't want one.
Control a stand.
Well, what about this hormone thing you mentioned? Does it have any weaknesses? Anything that can be exploited?
Oh,
Well,
I know about that.
Hormone users, I've done research into this. They need lungs to use
Oh,
their abilities.
yeah,
they need
lungs
lungs?
are vital for hormone users.
If
So-
we can impede their breathing, that'll make their whole hormone thing difficult, because what they do is they use breathing to fuel their powers.
Neil, have you
That's manifest
ever heard of biological warfare, Neil?
That's illegal.
Well, hear me out. What if we dropped just a massive strain and give this motherfucker bronchitis? Then we'll see how strong he is.
Chelsea, I think that's a little extreme when I could literally just turn this guy's lungs into balls.
If
I
you
want
could
to ask you
actually
two
touch him.
questions.
You know we're
I could
trying
give
not
him
to
the lungs for
escalate the
insect.
Cold War, right?
I want to ask you two questions, Chelsea.
Ask me two questions.
Where are we going to get the strain from? And
Just
where
find a person
is
with
the guy we're going to
bronchitis.
drop it on?
Just swab a guy with bronchitis. It gets him on like a cotton swab, and we'll carry it on us in a jar. And the next time that fucker pops up to knock us off a bike, I'll throw it like a hand grenade.
Neil,
Bam! Bronchitis.
can you take her back to the boat?
Chelsea, I adore most of your plans, but what if we
You adore
fall
my
in the
plans?
jar?
Thank you.
Do I not mention it?
That's very nice of you to say.
But in this case, what if the jar is on us and we fall and we get infected with it instead?
But lungs aren't vital to us because we're not hormone users. It's only for them.
But I would still
I
rather
don't want
not
to get
have
bronchitis, if I'm honest.
Yes,
Okay,
I concur
well, what
with
if we,
Paul.
like... Is there a way you could use your ability, Vasilii, to, like, make some pollen when we run into him and fuck up his breathing?
Chelsea, if I get close enough and he brings out his stand and its fist, I could simply devolve his lungs to those of an insect.
Insects don't use lungs. They have, like, do they? No, yeah, they have a totally different way of breathing. They have, like, an air
That's
exchange.
the point.
Is that so? Oh yeah, I guess they wouldn't have lungs, huh?
Yeah, lungs are like
we don't even need to use these fancy
That's so
ways.
sad.
that-
They can never use hammer.
lungs
we
are like
could
a
just
mammal thing.
Oh yeah, look at that. They don't have lungs.
They
breathe
like
through-
exchange air through a circle. Yeah.
Huh.
My point is, I could impede their breathing just well enough if I
Only
could
humans could attain such a respiratory system. They could access true hammer.
I mean, other animals have lungs, just not insects or fish.
Huh.
My point is, like, we have a lot of ways to puncture a guy's lungs. I mean, we could just beat the shit out of him. This
Yeah, we
isn't
could
that
just
hard.
like shank him.
Right, but the last few times we fought him, his hormone's been pretty tricky, so maybe we should have a trick up our sleeve, you know? I'm just saying, I get the feeling that in this universe, this world we exist in, that gambits and bits and plans seem to often prove more effective than just going in raw with what we already got. Like, maybe we got this precious information from Koalinth. We should maybe take advantage of that.
This is metafiction.
Yeah.
Do not meta.
Hey, she's looking at the fourth wall. Get it.
That's not what I mean. I'm just saying we went
Bats, get her now.
Let me put it this way. We went all this way to get this info from Koalinth. Maybe we should try to use it beyond just like, oh, we'll just hit him like we normally do. Because clearly that hasn't been working. We haven't touched this fucking guy. So maybe we should get creative.
I thought we were making jokes out of character.
While Chelsea is talking, I am... Bats is going to fire a small ball into her mouth in order to turn one of her lungs into a ball.
I fucking attempt to dodge it to prove my point.
You are fucking drunk.
You are bad at aiming.
No, I'm not.
Okay, let's...
Does he not have a very good precision?
I'll show you how good your precision is when I dodge this attack. Let's roll, bitch.
Yeah, we'll see with the bats.
But you should have a disadvantage on this dodge.
Roll for strike, bats, and that'll be a dodge from...
Maybe instead of a disadvantage to me, you should give bats an advantage.
Yeah, sure, that's an advantage.
Strike is precision plus...
strike is power and precision.
And I'll dodge with my natural body and wit.
One bat's luck. 3, 4, 5. It's so over. You get hit in the face with a baseball.
With a baseball?
Well,
what?
Ow! Teng, were you not paying attention?
It's a rubber ball.
I think I might have misunderstood, sorry.
And the ball is going into her lung to turn her lungs into balls.
How are you turning my lung into a ball if you hit me in my mouth, idiot? That's not how it works.
It has to go through your mouth first. I've done this to myself before. We've done this to multiple enemies.
Bats,
hey, you can turn the lungs back, right?
You know, Bats, that's what I love about you. You've always got something up your sleeve.
How many fucking drinks has she had?
Shut up. What if... Okay, hear me out. What if you, like, get a bunch of pollen, or, like, that bronchitis strain we talked about, and you turn that into a ball, then you fire that at him, and bam.
Neil, you got.
What's with you in wanting to give people bronchitis?
Look, I'm just saying we should. You know what?
So if I'm not needed, can I go? Can I go?
Yeah,
home?
Sure, go ahead.
Wait, Colin.
I'm coming with you.
Tell us. Never mind. You have fun, fish boy.
Don't call me that. Okay.
Hey, he's a lizard.
You have fun, lizard boy.
I'm not a fish.
I dated an axolotl once. It was really embarrassing.
And that twinkle fades away.
It's 2 times you've been racist today. I think we need to take it.
I can't tell if you're being serious, but I'm not racist to the audience.
Oh, that was Koalinth fading away. I thought that was Neil going back to the
You
boat.
couldn't tell if I was accusing you of being racist.
I can't tell.
Fish man. I feel like it was obvious, but alright.
I think it is best if we all go back to the boat.
I think Darnell might be sipping a little off camera.
I'm not.
It sounds like he might be.
I partook a little bit before to deal with my overstimulation, but not.
I think Vasilii concurs with Mr. Neil.
Yeah. All right. Well, if we're gonna head back, Neil, then what's the plan? We didn't really get information on how to track these guys. Apparently, they're constantly fucking moving.
Well, he did point us towards the media conglomerate, and I suppose our big plan would be to start waging war on Comcast.
I don't know whether such an open campaign is the best idea. I'm going to speak with Kay regarding a protracted infiltration, maybe.
I was going to say, because going against a media conspiracy feels dangerous, because if we fuck up, then the whole world knows about us. Because they're...
Well, they're
I'm
already
not
threatening
worried
to
about
expose us.
That's true. Also, who cares about news in Spain, right? Where's Spain? On the map?
Whoa.
Spain is in Europe.
What's going on with you?
What are you talking about?
And as you are discussing this, you do hear suddenly from the shoreline a massive rumbling sound. And just like frothing waves very suddenly.
Can my balls that have been doing surveillance for the past 30 minutes see what this is?
You can see a massive geyser of water suddenly erupting from the ocean just outside the beach, and a tremendous roar
Guys.
As some massive deep voice shouts the words, "Good trouble."
Collins, are you playing a prank on us?
I lean over to the boss and I say, I think they're asking for you.
I could have gone into accounting.
What do? We lay low?
They already know we're here.
Well, how? How did this leak out?
I think
The
Collins
boat's
fucking
down there. We
sold
can't
us
just
out.
leave. Well, if they take out the boat, we're stuck here.
Did Collins
Well,
already leave?
He did leave.
I can extract us from the island without the need for the boat, but
And we
How
could
so?
all
as similar to the
hell.
helicopter thing from before, I'll need to use all of my projection power to do it.
I think it's worth a shot, especially if it's that Godzilla-looking motherfucker.
Right.
Hold on,
and
what's-
it'll also require, and I gesture to bats to turn all of you into balls so that I can carry you.
What's the plan
Can
again?
do.
You're going to turn us into balls and drive away on the water?
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you make a recording of the yacht?
Can you drive on
not
water?
really.
JoJo's.
The yacht would be the yacht would be a bit too slow if we're trying to escape. If we're trying to escape, I still have the recording of the jetpack from a few months back. Was it?
What about a speedboat?
we're-
Something on water.
Yeah, because we're
Well,
a long
I
way from the
didn't record a
mainland.
speedboat.
And I don't want to know how your bike fares if we hit, like, bad waves or a storm or something.
I just said I can fly.
How can you fly again?
I have the record. I recorded jetpack.
Oh, and we'd all be balls, so the weight wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
We've done this before, Chelsea. Are you drunk?
I do remember that we did this, but I thought you had recorded too many things since and lost it.
Nah, I imagine a jetpack would be like a pretty small recording, right? Like it's a small thing, right?
No, I mean, you can choose what you record and de-record. I just assumed you'd gotten rid of it. I think it's cool.
no.
Good idea that you kept it.
Yeah, no,
either
I
way,
feel
we
like
don't
that's
have a
way
lot of
too
fucking time
valuable
right
of a
now.
recording.
Do you have to
So
fill?
I'm-
I have a question. Does a projection jetpack use fuel? And do you have to get more fuel for it?
I imagine not.
Imagine it uses the projection
So-
fuel.
So can we use the projection to like create infinite energy? Because I feel like we could do a lot more good for the world.
Well, that I imagine that would still be stand energy, which would be
Yes.
taking a toll on my mind.
I
You have
imagine
a great
you know,
mind,
it'll
though,
be-
driver. It's like a steel
I
trap.
imagine it would be
Thank you,
fueled
I have-
by driver's own metabolism.
I am starting to feel pretty hungry.
We can just give him a lot of food, like Luffy from One Piece.
What are you talking about, Chelsea?
One Piece isn't out yet. This is in '70. We can give him a lot of food, like
This isn't the 70s? Did you just say?
no. Sorry, I'm just. I keep forgetting everything we say is in character, and I'm not used to that kind of session where there's no out of character talking.
I feel like it's
What the hell is
funnier
she
to.
talking about?
I feel like it's funny to blend in and out of character stuff, though.
We'll just give him a lot of food, and then he can solve the energy crisis and make world peace.
And perhaps we should.
So what are we doing
discuss
about
this
the,
after
the thing
we're
on the beach?
safely
That
off
we...
the island.
I say, you said this place is close to Italy, right? Step 1,
That's
get
only-
the fuck out of here, go to Italy. Step 2, get a plane to Spain. Step 3, find Claridas. And
kind of undercover mission takes a while to set. We're not going to go straight to Spain.
well, it seems like time's of the essence, Neil. They know we spoke to Colin, don't they?
Perhaps
Really?
we can just get to the mainland. And
Well, I
then we
mean, who
figure
else
out
is
the
calling for us?
I don't.
I think it's more likely that we have a leak in our own company, but also there's a giant ass stand out there that's going to kill us if we don't figure out a way off.
Is
this
it the
island.
same kaiju stand as the one person?
I don't think we've seen it yet.
Let's
We
go.
haven't seen it, but,
Maybe
like,
before
I'm
we
just-
like immediately run, let's go check a look at what the fuck this is.
Yeah.
I have balls as surveillance, like in the air. We don't need to.
Okay, what do your balls see then? Is it the same?
The
kaiju?
exact thing that Tan told us they saw 5 minutes ago.
I missed it. I'm
So
sorry.
the froth of water, the curtain of water thrown up, sort of just begins descending, and you see bats. The giant warped form, like the size of a skyscraper at this point, of Maximum Ride.
Oh fuck!
He's almost unrecognizable though. He's like huge. His skin is like melded together, stone and iron and rock and coral. He's got like huge antlers of coral protruding from his head. He's just got like teeth sort of protruding from his face without any lips or anything. Like bright yellow eyes, like headlights.
What was the material we put around him before called?
You never got a name for it.
Didn't we put the fucking thing around his head? How the fuck did he...
I'm pretty sure he detached himself or something when
Well,
the
he
prison broke.
no, he 100% died. That was the whole thing.
Yeah, he like
But
died and we attached it, but so like that implies somewhere in his soul he was able to resuscitate after exiting the fucking thing.
It's possible that when he dies and regenerates himself, his body, he somehow found a way out of that manacle.
I know, but what I'm saying is, if he was in the manacle and couldn't regenerate, he'd be dead. So, in some way, something about his body just automatically triggers the stand when it's not in the manacle, even when he's dead.
That means this man is well and truly immortal.
Which means we're fucked, unless we can find a whole lot of that metal somewhere.
Well, another situation for us to consider is we did manage to work with this guy before.
Yeah, but that was before
and
we killed him like
then-
5 times.
And I'm
Let's
like,
go to
look,
prison.
I'm like glaring at Chelsea as she says that.
In our defense, we didn't have another option.
What do you mean? You just attacked him outright.
Because he betrayed us.
He did
No,
not. betray
he
us.
led us. He
Our
led us
poor
to
reading
a
comprehension
cell that
betrayed
had Coalanth in it, and we did need to free both Coalanths anyways.
Look, he was likely
Okay.
going to betray us either way, but still.
Listen, I do things sometimes that are crazy. I'll admit to that. You know, I'm not perfect, but, like, you aren't seriously telling me that he was just so innocent and the only reason we're fucked now is because I killed him. Like, he was fucking, he betrayed us? He probably had plans to imprison us or kill us after what we did?
Wait, isn't Vasilii maybe the one guy he wouldn't recognize?
I mean, he's
I
not
don't
a
think we met face to face, right?
No, you saw him. We fought him together.
That was me and you.
Oh, maybe he didn't see you then.
He did.
This
He
is
did
just
see
posing
Vasilii.
as
though, because
fisherman.
It was me, Vasilii, and Driver who, like, ran up to the second level with Ride along with us while we met up with you on the 5th floor.
Anyway, the point is, it's not about who did it. The point is how we're going to take care of this. Because he can't fucking be seen in the public, or that's going to reveal stands to everybody and freak him out.
Well,
We have enough
there's
money to
also
cover-
another thing to consider. This might not be his stand, because his stand only revived himself, right?
No, it made him weird each time, too. At least when we fought him.
Huh.
Unless you're suggesting he's working with someone else.
I'm not sure what I'm suggesting quite yet, but it does seem odd that his ability would go this far.
When we fought him,
he's,
he became like more metallic and stronger each time he
Is
revived.
he just standing there allowing us to debate this?
Well, he can't see you. You're in the jungle. He's on the beach.
Look,
Oh, right.
Neil, do you know about that metal we reported to you after our mission? Did you find any leads on what that was or where we can get some?
It's something we got reports on in the past, but I don't know where Maximum Rag got it from. We don't know the origins.
Well, we gotta
It's
find a
just
whole...
historical records, but apart from that, no.
We need to find some fast, because that's the only way to take this guy down. And he's just gonna
We
get
could
bigger and
just-
scarier each time.
We could just flee this island and, not go towards him.
Right, but
I would agree.
my thing that Chelsea's saying is if he's pursuing us and knows where we are, then if we go back to like normal land, he will
Yeah.
come and it will cause an XK class scenario, so to speak, as the SCP.
But
It
he
would
only-
be
he
better
only knows
to
where
nip
we
this.
are because he followed our boat.
Yeah, but like he's gonna be able to. He's big. He can see where we're flying to. He's probably gonna
He's
go
not-
to the mainland. He's not gonna wait in the ocean for the next time we pass by.
It doesn't matter how big he is. The fucking sky is bigger. You're not. If you stand from a building and a plane goes out of
My
view,
point is, if we fuck off, let's say he doesn't know where we go.
Yeah,
he's still,
I get.
He's not going
I
to sit
get
around
what-
in the ocean. He's going to go to land and cause. We have to take care of him. Is what I'm saying.
Right,
I kind of.
we would
I'm
be
sort
better
of-
equipped to fight him on land than we are on an island.
Go ahead, driver. You were saying something.
I kind of have to agree with Chelsea's logic. If this guy keeps pursuing us, that'll interfere with future missions. This would be
Couldn't-
something better to take care of now, wouldn't it?
Couldn't we distract him with a decoy that goes towards the ocean while we go back to land.
I guess, but that's only a temporary solution. My point is, eventually, the longer he's allowed to live like this, the more risk he poses to the civilian population, both in terms of, danger hurting innocents, and also revealing the existence of, stands and supernatural effects, which I thought we were trying to keep under wraps here. Correct me if I'm wrong, Neil. Neil?
Sorry, I spaced out.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Hold on. You've been fucking guzzling alcohol all day. I space out once because I'm tired, because I'm having a bad day, because I'm having trouble at home.
You're played by the DM, Neil. You're supposed to pay attention. No, but Tan, she was saying that what she's worried about is even if they get away from him or trick him, if we leave him to live, he'll come to land, and not only would he hurt innocents, which is bad, but he would reveal the existence of the supernatural in stands, which isn't good trouble trying to prevent, aside from just making sure people don't use that for the wrong purposes.
Well, I suppose if we did get away from him, I could then put together a mission specifically to eliminate this man with a dedicated task force.
Maybe
Armstrong? It's not necessarily... Well, I don't know who Armstrong is, because that's not his fucking name, but yeah, I know Masterson.
Masterson. You know exactly what I was talking about, see?
It's because you call him that every day.
It's because he has strong arms, idiot.
He certainly does. Yes, but we
Have you been checking him out, Chelsea?
No, he just has strong arms.
I'm just saying, you seem to associate him so much with his muscles.
What? That's all he has going for him.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh my god. God forbid women say anything. Every fucking thing that comes out of my mouth has been judged today, and honestly, I'm feeling not supported by my friends right now.
And should Vasilii just do the alcohol blood maneuver?
No. I need this, okay? I'm suffering. I'm in pain. But we don't have time for that.
Your alcohol has been turned into grape juice.
Her blood has been devolved back into a
anyway,
does Vasilii actually do that? By the way, I need to know.
I don't think he's done it before, but he had the idea just now to try it.
Tan, can he do that? If so, that's going to change Chelsea very quickly, I think.
You can certainly try if he wants to.
Roll for grape juice.
Roll? I guess make your roll. I won't dodge.
He tries it, but not all the blood. Just 5% of the blood in case of.
Wait, you're turning the blood itself
back into a sober state.
I would say maybe roll finesse for that. If we're messing with blood.
Roll what?
Finesse is a speed and precision.
I kind of want him to get a critical fail.
Oh, Chelsea just dies. Well, that was a fun.
I'd say it's a DC of 2 for this. You sober up immediately.
I think as soon as she does, she just gets really quiet, and pales a little bit, and doesn't say anything else.
Anyway, I think some kind of decision needs to be made.
All right, Bats, do your thing.
Names.
Bats, do your thing. I'll handle the escape.
What thing are we doing?
Turn them into balls, and I'll carry you away.
Gotcha. Okay. Do you want me to roll for that, or?
I feel like it's just a passive thing you can do.
Yeah, that's what I would say anyway. So I'll just turn everybody into balls.
And I will stuff you guys into my Hawaiian shirt.
Oh no!
Are you
the balls?
Are you sure that that's what you want to do, Bats?
I love that. I did it like your little ball saying.
It's already happened.
I just think, you guys said yourselves, I'm the one who caused this problem with Maximum Ride, and given my track record and what my ability can do, if you guys are going to get away, maybe it would be better to not have me around with you. Maybe you
don't
should...
be
Elsie,
don't be stupid. We don't leave people
behind.
behind.
This is bullshit.
Listen, my ability, it brings about misfortune. Neil and I have been talking about it, and maybe, while I don't have...
Then congratulations, you fit in perfectly with the rest of us fuck-ups.
Look, I'm not trying to be a depressing, self-sacrificing hero. I'm just saying, maybe you guys should leave me here to deal with him, and then you can come back later.
As she's saying that.
No. Make it end.
I rev up. I rev up. Proto Man, and I start driving on the bike. And midway through, it changes into like the power armor, and I like shift into a sprint, and then leap up into the air, form the jetpack, and start flying.
Wait, am I already made a ball?
Yeah.
Oh, I did. I was already changed. I didn't realize.
Chelsea, I'm saying this in ball. I'm saying this in ball form. Chelsea, I respect you, but if we left you there to deal with him, he would fuck you up.
Maybe that wouldn't be the worst thing, you know. I mean, I feel like in the long run, I'm just worried what might happen to you guys. Okay, you're actually. I didn't want to say this. I'd been keeping it private with Neil, but you guys are the group I've worked with the longest without you all dying.
In that case, sounds like there's no problem.
How long have we been working together again?
Like,
Total?
only a couple months, I think. How long, Tan?
Yeah, a couple months.
I think usually when she works with people, like, it takes 1 or 2 missions.
I
Oh,
see
were
we're
you
entering
fucking
the-
Chris Redfield?
It's pretty bad misfortune.
I guess that
see
makes
we're,
us
we're
special
entering
then,
the self-reflection
Miss
part
Dagger.
of being drunk.
You guys, I want you to know I really do appreciate you. I just hope you don't come to regret this decision down the line.
You could appreciate us when we're home safe on land.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
A quick question, Chelsea, but your mother shared the same blood type as you, right?
My mother died when I was 8 years old. I have no
Yep.
idea.
Okay, just
She did.
wondering because that's whose
extensive
blood I
record.
turned your blood to.
What?
I can't revert your blood to an earlier state, only to an ancestral state. So I'm just, hoping your mother shared a compatible blood
Maybe
type.
you should check in with the Dark when we get back.
I have been feeling extremely sick since you did that.
Chelsea just
Well-
has a fucking seizure right here.
I like to imagine Chelsea's blood type is AB, and her mom was A, and her dad was B, and now there's a problem.
Oh,
Forgot
I could
how
always.
blood type inheritance
well-
works.
I also forget.
It's something to do with dominant, and O is recessive, and there's
Yeah,
also positive
yeah.
and
I
minus
meant like
tags.
what AB can accept.
AB can only take
but-
AB. So basically, how it works is blood.
My body is so powerful that it just
blood
changes
has-
the blood type and assimilates it.
So blood has. Oh wait, actually, if she's AB, she's fine. Never mind, I was wrong. So the way it works
Yeah.
is blood has carbon tags on it, and if it's A, it has like basically an A tag. B has B tag. AB has A and B tags, and O has no tags.
Yeah.
So AB can take any kind of blood, and O can give any type of blood, but O can only take A. Or sorry, O can only take O.
Right. Yeah, that's
Damn,
what I was thinking.
the O clan is special. in
So
this
she's good. She's like,
universe.
actually, I'm perfectly fine. I'm AB. I'm a universal receiver. So lucky me.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, I always get AB and O mixed up.
Yeah, they're like the opposites.
So we're going for a sneaky sort of escape from the island then, I take it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, absolutely then. I will say this is probably a stealth roll of some sort. Because
Which
of
is
your
my specialty.
because you have come up with a good plan for it, you also have an advantage for this.
And let's see.
Does he also get an advantage because this follows his character motivation, which is an advantage we so rarely utilize?
Please tell me how it follows your character motivation.
So
Well,
Dante,
I absolutely refuse to leave anyone behind.
and
I've
also
come up...
his philosophy is someone needs to stick up for the little guy, which would be us in this scenario.
How does this
Yeah.
relate to sneaking away from the island on the boat?
Well,
Specifically.
I am sort of putting a target on my back by being the one to carry them all and to escape the island. So if this guy attacks anyone, it's gonna be me.
Yeah, which is disadvantageous to him, which is what the thing requires. Like even if it
Well, they
goes
all
against...
are with you anyway, so wouldn't it?
Yeah, but a different plan that didn't involve me carrying them would put me specifically at less risk.
Yeah. Let me read this motivation.
This is
from
what I'm
the-
seeing right now in my mind's eye.
Hold on, let me explain this to you. Where is the advantage table? Advantage. Here we go. So, Moxie is loyalty to convictions, detrimental or not, acting on
You know
bio
what,
or
yeah, you can
personal
have the fucking
philosophy
second advantage.
instead of a blanket avatar of yourself.
You can have it.
Let's see, what is that?
And this
Wit
will be
and speed?
against.
I would argue he at least gets
and
that for agreeing to bring Chelsea along, even though that
stealth
puts it
is
at
body and
a
reason.
detriment.
Yeah, my argument was specifically because of Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit! I put in the wrong channel.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Well, I guess I'll put mine here, and he's going to use his intelligence, his wit and reason here.
So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh well, his roll for that equal a 66, so we're going to need to roll. So yeah, as you hear his shouts and bellows of "Good trouble, show yourselves," a growing quickly quieter as your group, undetected, makes its way away from the island.
I think as we're sneaking away, Vasilii thinks privately to himself how his life came to this. Balls on another man's chest.
What?
You know, Driver, I gotta say, on more levels than one, you've got a big set of balls on you.
You did get all the alcohol out of the blood, right?
Sorry, that was just me laughing because I'm hilarious. You have to be your own biggest fan.
If you come inside.
I think some of her grief and the weight of her past has been lifted by her friends.
This
Right,
music is fucking baller. Why did you drop the soundtrack?
Yeah,
Well, it's
for real.
because we used it all again and again.
This is all from that YouTuber, right? That Gwyn.
Yeah.
The amazing stuff they make. Go check them out.
You should reach out to that guy actually.
Yeah, unironically. Tan's too shy to do that though.
So it's gonna be you to ask to reach out to
I
him.
guess I'll have to let them know.
Well, like, the idea was floated like 30 seconds ago. It's already been decided that I won't do it.
There's no way you'll do it. You've never
Yeah,
reached out to
I
a
know.
single person.
Darnell's the one that asked to do all of your PR.
All of it.
But anyway, so yeah, it's surprisingly easy to get away from maximum ride in this state. Well, before long, you manage to reconvene with the yacht belonging to Captain Sweden Jones, who accepts you back onto his vessel and begins the long journey back to the Italian shore.
Wait, time out. We went on the yacht. It wasn't on the coast where the maximum ride is.
Well, no, he was sort of off the island, sort of waiting for you to return.
He doesn't see the yacht. I thought we were abandoning
No.
the yacht.
No, the guy was sort of like he dropped you off and then sort of left the island, so he's not advertising the fact that.
Oh, I see. So we
Okay.
found him. That makes way
Yeah.
more sense.
And although there's some caution to make sure that Maximum Ride is not following you like Jaws. Was Jaws out by then?
Yes.
Almost certainly not. Oh, yeah, it came out in 1975.
Yeah.
So just
Well,
like
hold on. What
about
year is it
that-
right now? Is it 73 or 76?
76.
Okay, it came
I
out.
thought it was 73.
I thought it was 73
Yeah.
as well, but I keep getting
Yeah,
mixed
you
up.
you spotted it. I tricked you. It's 73.
So Jaws was not out yet.
Yeah, but you get an idea in your head, Vasilii.
You know what, guys? I just love sharks, and I think they're really nice. And I'm glad
Yes,
that we
but-
respect these creatures in the ocean.
Well, yeah,
You know,
there's-
sharks do not kill that many people a year, despite being carnivorous.
No,
creatures.
exactly. Like, the whole fear of sharks and, like, hate for them is because of Jaws, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what does kill a lot of people? Hippos.
Yeah. We should make a movie about hippos.
500 people a year or something.
Could you imagine instead of Jaws in this universe, there's a movie called Mbube, written by, like, someone from the old mob? It's just the lion. He's a crazed killer.
A shark king.
What?
What?
Mbube. That replaces Jaws, and Lion King gets replaced by the Shark King.
Oh, the Shark King!
That's really good.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, hippos kill 500 people a year.
Everything
Damn.
beyond the reef is yours, my son. Yeah, hippos are
You know,
actually
whenever
evil.
whenever hippos are yawning, it's not actually them being sleepy, it's a threat.
Yep. And they also stomp people to death. They're fucking cold.
I kind of forgot what was going on before we got into this
So you got him back on the yacht, and you're on your way to the Italian shore here.
We were just appreciating
Right.
different sea life aboard.
Darnell and I have severe ADHD, I should add.
I think this is a bonding point for Chelsea and Driver, though. Like, maybe they just have a
We're
little...
just talking. Oh, you know what? You're right. We're talking about animals in character.
Yeah, we're just leaning over the railing and talking about the sea life we see.
It's like that part in Moby Dick where Ishmael won't shut up about about the sea creatures.
You know, Driver, this is gonna sound crazy, but when you're done with Good Trouble, have you ever thought about being like a marine biologist?
Wow, no.
I actually wrote a thesis about the starfish I saw in Isla.
That's awesome, Neil.
I wrote a thesis about Leviathan I saw.
No, I'm probably gonna stick with the courier life for as long as I live, honestly. I just can't imagine myself doing anything else.
So, if you're a courier, can you answer a question for me? Because TV wants me to believe one thing, but reality makes me want to believe another. And is that, do mailmen truly hate you? Or not mailmen, sorry, dogs. Do dogs truly hate you?
I can't speak for other couriers or mailmen for that matter, but I've managed to have a very loving relationship with dogs.
Okay. I knew it was some media conspiracy bullshit laid out by cat people.
It does. Now, dogs do tend to be very territorial when someone comes up into their owner's home, but if you know a thing or two, you can get them to calm down.
Do you carry, like, sausage links on you or something?
That's one way.
Nice.
Alright, so as you've been talking, Neil has been in a side room for a little bit. He comes back holding some kind of sort of strange, shadowy phone. It seems that he was given by Kay before leaving. While I've spoken with Kay regarding what we've learned, she's agreed it should be possible to set up sort of a infiltration mission using an undercover identity. It'll be a very long-term mission. We're talking in the realm of several months here. We have to slowly infiltrate Escalada's organization and find out what exactly the research is regarding. So we've been talking. We think your team is a good fit for this. One of you would be the undercover operative. The rest would act as a support crew in the background, dealing with issues as they occur. Is that something that you feel you can accommodate?
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Will I have to play the role of the...
Well, we do have the
Undercover again.
shapeshifter, yeah.
Well, I was going to say, you know, your team knows itself the best, so the roles I would leave up to you. This would be very much your show, as it were.
So we're going to Claridos, right?
I'd
Yes.
rather not be front and center. I work better in the background.
I think our goal is to kidnap Manuel Escalante, you know, preferably
And kill him.
keeping our identities hidden, pump him for information, and then kill him, yeah.
Yes, and, well, I think on the technical level, anybody would work except for Slugger. But I'd prefer not risking Chelsea by exposing her face.
Chelsea.
I appreciate your concern,
keep
but I
saying
really
it.
wish you knew how to pronounce my name. It's almost... Maybe you're the racist, Vasilii. You ever think about that?
No?
Everyone turns and glares in Vasilii.
Why do you refuse to pronounce my name correctly?
I'm not questioning your judgment here, Regent, but why wouldn't exactly I work for an undercover mission when I've been doing this for 3 years?
You are a little brutal. I mean, in our first mission, didn't you beat the fuck out of one of the snipers?
Well,
Yeah,
that's just
this
being
is-
effective.
This is a civilian mission. I mean, I could turn that shit off. You want me to go pretend to be a reporter for
if
3
we're
or 4
being-
months? I'll fuck it. I'll
If
do
we're
it.
being honest, the person here who talks to the most people and blends in the best with society is probably Driver. But one of us should probably come, maybe as like posing as a friend of his or an escort or something, in case things get nitty gritty, because the rest of us hit a little bit harder.
All right, well, what about this? We're all going to be investigating this company.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we all try to find some sort of position within this media company that we can all gain intel on our own? I mean, not everyone's out there taking pictures and writing editorials. They got
That is
janitors,
true.
people
That's-
working at the news stations.
I
Driver, you're a tech guy. I could see you working behind a camera. Chelsea, you could go in front of a camera.
Well, the problem
Vasilii.
is we live in a world with rampant misogyny and sexism, so it's actually really hard for me to find work. I mean, things have been better since World War II, but it'll be a
Well,
difficult time.
female reporters have been a bit of a trend these days.
You think?
Yeah, you turn on the TV, 90% of them are broads.
Do you really think I'm good enough to be on TV, guys? I mean,
Yeah, why not?
I think she's...
Look, if you don't want to
blushing
be
a
on
little bit. She's
TV,
like,
I'm sure you
okay.
can get the job right.
No, you know what? Being on TV doesn't sound that bad. I think I could take one for the team. Yeah. No, that would be... Gosh, I could be on the big screen. A star.
Now, their headquarters, I'm sure they need a janitor, right?
Wouldn't that expose you to the better
I was gonna
angels
say,
as
maybe,
being fame?
Well, hold on. How
Well,
many...
we could use Regent's stand ability to alter her appearance.
No,
in order to hide her
no,
identity.
we are not doing that.
What? All my faces have been so
No,
exquisite.
I think every time that gets brought up, she's haunted by the first time he did it. No,
He
no.
turned
He
into, like,
changes his
fucking
face there and
Oingo.
then.
He turned into something so horrific it reactivated someone's buried
But-
trauma about their father.
Vasilii immediately changes his face to a new unseen poor face, and I'll roll to see whether it's aesthetically appealing. Let me think what to roll.
Whenever we go back to that, this is the only thing I can picture when I'm thinking about the face from the first session.
And can I roll pose? And
Do you know, like, that shitty
Oh,
cop
oh.
that picks his boogers in, like, part 2? That's what I imagine every time I think of that face.
can I roll pose?
I just
to see
think
how
of
fabulous the face
Boingo.
Please continue, Stigma.
Might I roll pose to see how fabulous of a face he extracts from his,
Absolutely.
ancestral archive? Thank you.
Yeah, maybe it's just Vasilei's ancestors were ugly or something.
Now wait, it was Oingo who had the face stand, right?
1, 2, 3. It's a pretty average-looking face you managed to pull from your archives. I mean, like, it's slightly handsome, but it's not beautiful. But it also, by no means, is ugly. It's just like a guy you can see on the street, maybe.
Okay, you
A
know what?
pleasant-looking man.
Regent, I accept that maybe you have the skill to pull a face, but I feel like there would be a boundary violated between us if you were to change my face. I don't feel that comfortable around you. I could just wear makeup and change how it looks, and that would make me
That
feel
is true. You
I
can
thought-
achieve quite a bit with makeup.
exactly.
Why can't we?
I
We
thought
have
you
all
were-
the technological resources at our disposal. Hey,
Believe
why
it or not,
can't-
there was a time when I used to wear makeup. I think I could. I might be a little rusty, but I think I could work it.
You haven't been wearing makeup?
No, God, though.
Oh, I couldn't.
Why
I'm
tell.
gonna-
can't Kay come up with some sort of mask that looks convincing?
Well, that's more than possible. Once you know what the route you want to take for this mission, please just write up your requirements and we can get that taken care of.
The thing is, if Kay's making it, then there's a very, very strong possibility it'll end up talking to us.
What's Kay making?
A mask. Look, I
Didn't
don't
she
watch
already
a
do
lot
that
of
once?
TV. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I've seen Mission Impossible.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
she did do that once. Never mind that.
Yeah, but you just have her make us some masks. We can all get new jobs undercover. Oh, what's like a Spanish name I could use? That wouldn't be offensive.
It would still be better for us to buddy up because the buddy system is always safer.
It's safer, and also I get really lonely by myself.
Do you require a therapist, Chelsea?
Yeah, but my healthcare doesn't cover it, and I glare at Neil.
To be fair, mental health care isn't good in this time period.
A weird way of phrasing it, but I suppose.
Yeah, I do think it would be better if we were all to maintain communication during this.
Well, we've got our trusty pagers, but aside from that,
Well, how shall we split up that gang?
well, I'm trying.
Well, aren't
to,
we all working? Are we all working at the same building?
I'm trying
Well,
to come
the
up with
idea
a.
is that two of us stick together and
Well, Kay passed me some information along about Clara. Apparently, the main operations take place on the CEO's private island, so you know the kind of person we're
oh
dealing with.
god,
there.
we're going after Jeffrey Epstein then.
Who?
Who?
Oh, sorry. I thought people were going to keep talking. That's why I typed it.
You're so worried.
I'm so worried. I've been called racist like 3 times already in this series. I'm too
Vasilii is
scared.
gonna call dibs on Diego.
Nice.
Go Diego, go.
Maybe I'll go with Rosa. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, Rose is nice.
Out of character, but if you want a nice music reference, I have one for you.
Dude, please, I would love actually another like song name for my
Yeah.
alias.
Just give me the name Miguel O'Hara. I haven't watched Spider-Verse.
Oh no.
I
Ooh.
have actually watched Spider-Verse. I was lying.
I will
This
be
song's a banger.
Maria
Wow.
Tambien. Perfect. I'm pretty sure Tambien's just a verb though.
I mean, it's JoJo. There was a character named Susie Q.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I think Darnell's just worried because
Tambien. Tambien means also in Spanish.
It's a fucking alias.
I'll be Maria Tambien.
Very well. Once you know the kind of resources you want to requisition for this opera, please put a report together and send it over to K Division. We should be at the Italian shore in a couple of hours, and from there it's a plane back to Texas until we can get the mission put together. That should take a little while, several weeks, maybe even a couple of months, depending on what's required to get you guys embedded in the organization.
We should. I figured there would be a lot more time skips in this part, considering it's supposed to cover 10 years.
Hold on, we're in the 70s, right?
Yes, we're in the 70s.
I'm so ready.
Again, weird ways of phrasing.
I'm so ready for this alias makeover. I'm so ready. I'm rocking bell bottoms.
So, we should be there within the next hour or two back on the shore, and from there, air ride back to Texas. Chelsea, again, could I speak to you in private, please?
Oh, that can't be
Oh
good.
God.
Sure. Of course, Neil.
Okay, he sort of goes off into a side room. This time he closes the door.
Oh, no.
So, yes, as I said, it's going to take a couple of months to get us back to, get us to the resources we need to do this mission.
Mm-hmm.
You're suspended.
What?
That's the way to put it.
Why?
You were intoxicated. What do you mean, why? You were intoxicated on a mission, on work,
If
on a
you-
vital information-gathering initiative.
That's not
You're
fair.
lucky I'm not fucking firing you.
Neil, you don't understand, okay? I was having a rough time because of what happened at Pitch Black, alright? I'm over it now. I've talked it
You're
through.
over it because one of your teammates had to go inside your body and take the alcohol out of it so you could function. That's not acceptable.
Neil, listen. You can't do this to me. You brought me into this world.
I can and I am. It's like you said, your head is not on straight. Take this time before the McClaren operation. You can be back for that. Go get your shit together. You
Neil,
understand?
you don't understand. Neil, I don't have anywhere left to go. I can't go back home. There's no one there.
Maybe that's the problem. Find somewhere.
You know what? Fuck you. I'll see you in a couple months.
That's the way you want to do it. With that, he leaves the room.
I think she's just gonna sit there for a while with her head in her hands. Fuck.
Right, okay. So we are, of course, sort of wrapping up here. It was a bit of a transitionary episode, so I apologize. But if anyone else has anything else they want to do sort of RP-wise or in character, please proceed.
I'm good.
I assume we're informed that Chelsea's suspended temporarily, or do we just not have any missions
He
yet
lets you
for a
know,
while?
yeah.
Oh, sorry, could you repeat?
He lets you know, yes.
Oh. I mean, if, and she's not somehow unreachable, I think Vasilii tries to, meet up with her, straight away.
I mean, she's still in the room. He just left.
Oh. I mean,
Come
then,
on in.
Chelsea, are you okay? There's some shouting.
I've been suspended.
What? Why?
Because Neil's a fucking asshole.
Chelsea, I kind of get where he's coming from. You behave very unprofessionally on this.
You
season.
You wouldn't get it, okay?
It doesn't matter whether or not I get it. You do have a responsibility, and part of that includes not drinking before a fucking mission.
I didn't know how else to deal with it.
Deal with what?
This fucking emptiness. Every day I'm here in this world, it takes, and it takes, and it takes, and I lose people. And I get cold, and I kill people. And the things I had to relive back at fucking pitch black. I just needed to stop thinking about it. So I drank a little, but I didn't fuck it up. We got what we came for. We got out. I don't have anywhere left to go. Everyone's dead or gone. Everyone's dead or gone. It's just an empty house in a small town. I haven't been there in over half a decade.
I forget, did Chelsea tell Vasilii about her son, or like just the husband scenario?
Just the husband scenario. She hasn't told you anything about her past or life.
I mean, you have at the very least us, don't you?
Aren't you guys gonna be on base? I can't be there right now. I'm suspended.
Well, Bats and I can always take our baseball game to your hometown.
You guys play baseball without me?
Not yet. We were just organizing something.
Are you allowed to be in? Is Neil okay with that?
It'll be fine. Isn't that right, Bats?
We could try to visit you on off time.
Visit.
It's what? It's only for a few months.
I don't even know where I'd go. I mean, I don't even know if they sold the house, if I'm presumed dead. I kind of just dropped off the face of the earth. I don't even know what happened to the cemetery.
Cemetery?
Well, looks like we have a few months to find out, don't we?
Yeah, my family ran a cemetery. I took it over when my dad died.
I have problems with authority, too. I'm not trying to be the man here, but maybe there is something to what Neil's saying. Take a few months off, chill out, come back with a new head on.
It's hard to chill out when it just... I don't know how to explain it. It's hard to relax when it just keeps playing on repeat in my head. I can't make it go away, so I drink. But then I drink, and then it causes a problem, which I'm clearly not supposed to be doing. So I try to block it out with noise. I try to be around, you guys. I try to work, get involved with my work. I call my son sometimes, see, I talk to the people who take care of him, see how he's doing. I'm not going to be able to do that off base because it's a safe house.
You have
got a son?
Chelsea, this isn't about your personal circumstances. It's about the fact that the work we're doing is insanely important. And I'm sorry, but I do have to be a little harsh when saying this. If this is so overwhelming that you can't take it, then frankly, this work is too important for you.
I can take it. I have to be able to take it.
Then take it. Stop trying to blame everything on your backstory and take responsibility for it.
At this point, Bats is going to kind of like slip away and see if he can find Neil.
Neil's below deck, sort of reading a book.
Sir?
Oh, yes, Bats. What can I do for you?
Look, I'm agreeing with you on your suspension decision, quite frankly. Her behavior on that past mission was, how do I put it? Embarrassing. But I don't know if it's a good idea to let her, be alone on her time off. Can't you get her like a sponsor or something? Maybe somebody who could watch over her? I mean, she doesn't seem like she's in the right state of mind.
Well, absolutely. I have no intention of putting her loose if that's what she's concerned about. There's, of course, be any infrastructure support presented. I mean, like, if nothing else, for practicality's sake, we're not just going to send her walking around on her own.
Right, but won't you have somebody watching over her? I mean, I do care about her.
Exactly. Yes, there will be someone sort of assigned to her to keep her out of trouble.
And it's not Masterson, is it?
It cannot be Masterson. It can't.
So, you know, if they takes that notepad and crosses something out, it won't be Masterson.
All right, that was my only concern.
It can't be Poindexter, I think.
I thought this was a Bats asking for him to be assigned.
That's what I thought too. I was like, that would be cute.
It's so much funnier to be like, oh yeah, we need to make sure it's not Master.
But not me. I don't want to deal with that.
I would have done it, but we have a pretty big mission coming up. So
I would have done it, but I hate women.
So true.
Thanks, boss. I just wanted to make sure she's okay. Like, I would offer myself up personally, but look, this whole news magnet thing, like, it's a pretty big deal.
Well, yes, understand that, and certainly, I hope your team will be doing some preparation there.
We've discussed it amongst ourselves. I think I'm eyeing up a janitorial position down at the corporate headquarters.
I see. Good work. When you got what you need, make sure to send it over. We can arrange everything that's required. You're doing good.
Hey, thanks, Chief.
No problem.
The janitor decision is a remarkably smart idea because janitors can basically get anywhere in a building.
Yeah,
right.
I can confirm that. I had master keys to everything.
Out of character, but the way that I'm envisioning this when we open up next session and we're all like months in, like on this mission, like I would have at least an idea of the layout of the building. Maybe somebody's working like communications or broadcasting, like maybe somebody's actually a reporter, someone's taking pictures, like, you know what I mean?
Right, well, we'll see, of course.
What I love that it's Neil's opinions on the crew have like 180 since we've started. Like he loves Bats so much now.
Bats is shaping up.
Oh yeah, we're all proud of Bats.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, Tan, when everyone's done, I have a quick post-credit scene I'd like to do before I close out.
Well, yes. Does everyone else have anything else want to do before that?
I'm all good.
OOC, I want to say that Bats, is hitting it out of the park.
Well, yeah, I suppose please go ahead, Chelsea.
So I think...
No, you've done it! Started doing it too!
I'm sorry.
I think there's a short montage of, like, we see her on a plane. We see her get home to a quiet, empty house. We see her change. Well, we don't see her change, but she changes into casual clothes. And she's standing in front of a grave. And she says, I'll take responsibility. And then the camera shows the grave. It says, Miranda Dagger.
I thought you were going to do the grave scene from Metal Gear Solid 4.
No,
where you pull out the gun.
I haven't played Metal Gear.
You pull out the gun and you put it in your mouth.
But she's gonna quote Driver there. She'll say, I'll take responsibility. And I assume if there's gonna be a time skip for next session, we may see a very different take.
Wow.
Suddenly Chelsea's just a completely different person. She's like very smiley and happy.
No. I mean, I don't think she's going to improve, but I think there will be a change.
She's gonna get those like big black hole earrings and like a bunch of tattoos.
I'd be down. Turn off.
I'd be down. And with that, we're gonna wind down for the session.
I was gonna go in the opposite direction. I was gonna go in the opposite direction and say she basically becomes Marky Rabot.
Who?
The Harley Quinn actor.
Not familiar with her.
Oh, okay. The girl that's playing like in the Barbie movie.
Oh, I'm
Margot Robbie.
That was fun. I like that.
Well, yeah, it was a bit more. We sort of skipped the combat, but
It was a good roleplay session, though. I think we expanded a lot. Sorry, I kind of hogged a little bit of spotlight there. But I had fun.
To be fair, Tan, running away is driver's specialty.
I'm not gonna lie. It took
Joestar's special
until,
technique.
okay, I'm not gonna lie. Until like Chelsea got sober, I thought that was just Darnell OOC being erratic.
Being
I
what?
thought Darnell
Erratic.
actually drunk.
No.
I know what you mean, Stigmas. Darnell's acting was really good, and I thought he was actually drunk out of character.
I did not drink.
It was good. It was good to the point where it was like actually getting on my nerves.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought you were just OLC being unstable until she got sober. Then
I feel bad now. I didn't mean to put you guys off. I was just really trying to play into it.
Oh, it
No,
didn't put me off at all.
No, it's good. It's method
I got
acting.
drunk on one of your Discovering SCP episodes, so it would be incredibly hypocritical for me to be like, you can't drink during this.
No, yeah. I mean, I had been drunk recently in the last few days, so I was able to channel that, I think.
I don't think I can drink anymore because of
Legally.
no, not legally.
My age reversed to under 21. I can't drink anymore.
No. This is serious.
Oh, sorry.
And but the last 2 times I've drank, like something's gone like wrong with my ears. So.
Oh yeah, because of your infection. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the? Oh wait, before we go deep in, should I cut the recording now?
Go ahead.
All right. See you guys next
See you
time.
next time.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time to find out more.